Thorgy, open your fucking document right now so we can get into this. Listen, everyone, welcome back to First Impressions, season 3. We are reviewing All Stars. Oh my God, what is this? 6?
6, right?
Is this too much? Is this too much? Like,
I mean, I really like the season, so no. If I was like, and then all of a sudden I'm like viewing it, and they're like commercials for Spain, and get ready for season 3 of UK, and I was like, now it's too much. Now this is like, all right, way too much all at once.
Genuine question: the fact that it's on Paramount Plus, how is this affecting the viewership?
Okay, I thought they dumped every episode like all at once because somebody was like, "Girl, you can watch the whole season," and I'm like, "What?" But it does come out every week, so that's kind of exciting for the viewers, right?
I mean, I preferred every week,
yeah,
because I don't know, it builds up an excitement. It makes it a season. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to sound like an old fogey. I really don't want to. But back in my day, do you remember there was Drag Race once a year?
That voice actually goes along really well with your hunchback.
Back in my day.
I didn't want to bring it up.
The Drag Race was like once a year up until season 4, and then there was All Stars, and it seemed like, and then we thought, oh, once every 4 years they'll do an All Stars. But this is getting... But I'm still watching everything because I enjoy it.
I'm watching my words in my head without talking too quick, because it's like making every girl that was on the show, now they're an all-star as well because they come back. So like all the girls are going to be all-stars now. You know what I mean? Because it's just as many seasons come out.
Yeah.
Now there's all-stars. So I'm like, get rid of all-stars and just say like a season with the other girls again or something.
But also my question is like, why are some girls not being given a second chance, and some girls are on their 3rd and 4th? This is...
Oh, that was good. Well, I was going to ask you immediately 2-3 queens that you think, like, why have they not come back? When, you're right. Peppermint. Why not another chance? Exactly. Well, see, maybe this All-Stars 9 and 10. I don't know.
I don't want to create the narrative of like why, but also like Peppermint, Dita Ritz, Victoria Porkchop Parker, Layla McQueen.
Layla, Dita Ritz, very good. Yes. Second chance.
Right?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Asia O'Hara. Why have they not been back? Why have they not been back? And this is no shade to Ginger Minj, and no shade to, who was the other one?
Ginger Minj is 3 times now, right? Pandora's 3 times.
Eureka's 3 times.
Eureka's 4 times.
Ginger Minj 3 times.
Oh no! I think it was Christmas special.
The other one was We're Here.
Oh, I was gonna say, I didn't know if I could say it. Can I say anything like that? All right.
But it seems wild to me that I don't know, but maybe I'm just... I mean, I know I'm never going back on Drag Race, but it seems like...
Also, well, that's a good question. If they got some of the winners, which I think they tried to do one year. This is like legend has it, I heard through the grapevine. They were like, yeah, like everyone came up to me like all bitchy at one of the clubs, and they were like, oh my God, I heard they were trying to get all the winners to do like a winners all-stars. And like somebody, like Bianca wouldn't do it unless she got paid like $50 million to show up for one episode. And I'm like, all right, well, I know Bianca pretty well. She's worth it, but I don't think she would make that demand if it was worth her schedule. And I think it was probably like the winners are working a lot. It doesn't make sense. And you already won. Why do you have to come back a second time? Also, would you want to lose?
Well, it depends.
Then you will feel like me twice. So,
but would you think you would lose? You would go back for the hope that you'd win. There's so much going on with, but also if there was an all-winner season, bitch, I would be the first one to watch it, or the first one to say yes if I was asked.
It would be. You know what I mean? You'd say yes immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, if my schedule permitted, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't know. I would watch
cancel,
all of your other projects. Yes. Also, you should.
Yeah, like my YouTube and my TikTok.
Like first impressions, much better.
I mean, I will say doing first impressions does pay better than doing the pit stop, but that's nothing to brag about.
All right. Well, all right.
That's also nothing to brag about because the pit stop is that. Maybe I will. Anyway, so I want to announce to everyone that Thorgy will actually be joining me for this entire season. One of the biggest stresses about doing first impressions was finding guests. I hated it. My team hated it. No one liked doing it. It was stressful. So Thorgy has graciously agreed to do the entire season of first impressions with me.
Yes.
Right here on my YouTube page. I'm very excited about that.
Thanks for asking me. Well, by the way, the first one we did, I think we were like recording for 15 hours. All we did was laugh. We never got to the point.
Yes.
And then you were like, it was the most viewed one. I'm like, okay. And then I went back to the finale, just as fun. So I love that you asked me. I am here for all of it. And with that said,
of course.
I love this season of All Stars. It is probably my favorite. It's so good.
Okay.
So far, I'm hooked immediately. Episode 1, I was like, I'm here for all the drama. I love it.
I have that same feeling when I watch a season at first, but then after I watch the whole season, I revisit and I'm like, actually, this season wasn't that great. That's how I felt about season, I believe it was 11. I was like, this season is brilliant. And then I went back and I was like, I guess it really wasn't that great. But in the moment, I was like, oh my God, everything.
Well, you're also, you've always said this. You're like, RuPaul's Drag Race is my favorite show on television.
Oh, yeah.
You said this for years, and it really is. You really do watch it. You really do love it. And you're a fan. Then you get on the show, you freaking win. I was like, yes, Bob. And so you're a good critic. You're good in comparison season to season because you're a huge fan of the show as well.
I'm probably the biggest fan of the show, to be honest. Probably. So let's go ahead and dive into these. Because they released 2 episodes at once, we're doing 2 in 1. So we are going to be blowing through these looks, basically saying what you thought about them being on the show, and then what you think of their interest looks. So we'll start with Akira and Jiggly. I think Akira's look is nice. That fabric looks so fucking expensive.
Oh, it was the one with the big billow and whatever. Yeah, she looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
And dripping in
also,
gold.
by the way, we have a document so you can see every single look.
Oh, I have it on my phone. But when I look down, does that bother you?
No. Well, look down.
Oh my God, I love her look. I love it. Oh my God, it's the best.
Yeah, she looks so rich. Honestly, she also kind of is reminding me a little bit of Chi Chi DeVayne, which is really touching my heart right now.
Oh, I almost wore that black and white checkered shirt today because I was thinking about her all day. The one that she sent me home in. Fuck you.
Yeah, I remember. Chi-Chi. I was there, girl. I was fucking right there backstage.
But I almost wore that today.
I'll never forget the wave. But anyway. Yeah, Akira looks absolutely stunning. Jiggly, this is a nice dress, but it kind of looks like a dress from the mall.
Yeah, with the zipper thing. I was like, okay. But I do like her attitude. She really does. And I know them jumping ahead, but when RuPaul talked to her and said, you seem like you're a different person. You're grounded. You're lovely. You seem a lot more mature. And I saw exactly the same thing. She's like a different person. She's calm.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
She's turning 40 this year. So she's probably matured a lot. You know what I mean?
So she should definitely not be wearing this dress. No.
Let's go on to Jan. I love this hair. This outfit is whatever. And for me, Raja, I just love Raja so much. This outfit is so cute. The outfit's not like blowing me away, but it's cute and I would wear it. And I'm so fucking happy that Raja is back on my screen.
Yeah. She's cool. Right away, like her confessionals are the best. They're just like she's Spitfire, really funny, and gives you one-liners, and I'm like, that's my new ringtone now. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I stay obsessed. I stay obsessed with fucking Raja. All right, this Ginger. Okay, when I did the pit stop, they really edited down my comments on Ginger Minj's outfit. I hate Ginger's outfit so much. It is offensive to look at. I hate it.
I think a coughing fit.
Is it from this outfit? It's horrible.
It's just, I saw it and it immediately closed up my throat. Yeah. But I did want to mention that, I'm actually really proud of myself. I quit drinking.
Oh, work.
Yeah.
Thorgy, you're so...
It's just wine.
It's
just wine.
It's just wine. Yeah, drinking the hard stuff.
All right, so let's go. Ginger Minj. All right. Oh, God, I just saw it again. Yeah, I love Ginger Minj so much. I don't get it.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird. And then that one pink pom-pom right on her testicles is like, I maybe wouldn't have put that one there. It's very
She
odd.
also tweeted out. She tweeted out like, "I did this look because I actually want everyone to see their toes. When you first look at a toe, it's actually really disgusting. But then you look up close and you realize they're beautiful creatures." And I was like, "Okay, I don't care.
I don't care. I was just going to say, you lost me at, I just wanted to explain my look. And I'm like, well, just, I get it, the toad thing. But I was like, whatever. It just wasn't like,
also,
wasn't good looking.
Not to mention, when you look really close to this outfit, it doesn't get more beautiful like a toe. It just, the closer you look, the uglier it gets. The
You're like,
more mad you get. Let's
dissect her explanation of the look. You said it gets more beautiful. You're not more beautiful.
Yeah. I hated it. All
and that like tiny little boot. I don't know. Whatever. Okay.
The boot, the little mud stompers. I hate it.
It's weird. It's just weird. I love Ginger so much, and she knows her body as like a bigger toad.
Yeah.
But she knows how to dress herself, and this just wasn't doing her any favors. And I was like, I'll wait for the next. I'll wait for the next one. Whatever. Okay.
Yara Sofia looks so good. Also, her body, I cannot understand. I can't believe her body.
Who, no matter how many sit-ups they do, has a midsection that looks like that and an ass like that? Like, who? Come on, girl. I'm thinking about literally bringing her to the doctor and going this.
Yeah, her body's crazy. I mean, I'm going to skip ahead, but...
Yeah, it's insane.
In the blue jean thing...
I was going to say with the low... Oh my blue! Oh, and did you see after she came out? We'll talk about it later. But after she came out in that like jean pants, they cut to RuPaul, and RuPaul's going like this.
Oh, I didn't.
I paused it and took a screenshot of it, and I was like, RuPaul is like licking his lips for whatever.
Yara Sofia, yeah. The look is just
amazing.
Beyond. She looks so good.
Amazing. So sexy.
Okay, Silky Nutmeg Ganache looks fucking stunning. This look is so good.
Yes.
I love everything. Yes. The ponytail out the door, the asymmetrical gown, the glove, Silky looks like $1,000,000 fucking bucks.
I completely agree. Blue looks great on her. Blue, like royal blue, which is honestly, the last couple of months, all I've been thinking about is how I need more like royal blue outfits. I've been wearing a lot of pink, and I'm like blue. She came out, and I was like, "That's the outfit I want, though."
Right?
And then she wore those like that anal bead hair.
Yes, and the fact that she had a fully poured glass of milk under her titty, poured. Like, she didn't pull out the milk. She didn't pull out the glass and the milk. She pulled out a completely already poured. You know that milk was warm.
Well, the melted chocolate melted in her body, but it was all melted chocolate. They made it look really lovely. I'm like, she needed many wet naps after that because it was chocolate.
Right.
But I'm a little bit like food in Queens for me sometimes has gotten a little like, ugh, because you're a big girl, you have to talk about eating food and like pouring milk all over herself. I was just like, I kind of, the food thing with drag, I never eat in drag ever. That's just me. So I'm like, what are we doing eating like chicken like sandwiches in drag?
Like, I used to go eat with you. At Galaxy Diner in
I know, but I'm just trying to prove a point. You know what I mean? Were you there? Did you come with us with Azraya when I was dressed like a bottle of ketchup?
Yes, of course. And a penguin. And when you were
like a penguin.
When you were Karen Carpenter, I've been there for all of it, girl.
I got
all of it.
I can't do that number anymore. Ooh, that was like. Actually, I should do it with an IV. Whatever. Who cares, girl?
You know what I really hate, though? You know what I'm not into? Walking into Drag Race, reciting an entire poem. Why do girls walk in there like, riddle me this and riddle me that?
I'm here, I'm back over the hills and through the...
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
Two woods diverged in the yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked fierce into the undergrowth. I'm like, girl, you're not Robert Frost.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house. I'm like, oh God.
Like, why is it so common for drag queens to walk through the front door and say poems?
Also,
and they're bad poems.
I'm trying to remember what I said season 1. I don't even remember. Oh, I'm Thorgy and I feel incredible, which I just made up on the spot. Yes. But the second one, I actually did come in tap dancing and really hurt my ankle. And I think I just broke my ankle doing that. Like, it was really just real. But like, you're probably really good at this. If you walk back in, what would you say? Nothing. You'd be like,
Okay,
all right.
so the first time I walked in, I didn't say anything. I literally.
Oh,
just
you went like
walked
this
in,
and went, cunt.
and I flicked it and I just stood there.
And
Well,
I got
I actually
so
said a line, but they cut it.
I got so excited. All right.
I actually said a line, but they cut it out. I said, well, you know, is what I said.
Okay.
And they cut it out.
They just showed you going,
yeah.
That was cool. You walked in, I was like, yeah, this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I was very proud of my entrance. I mean, if I came back, I would probably try to do a take on my former look, the cunt look, because I wanted to have a look that says cunt, and then I lift up my arm, and there's like a little sleeve, and then a Y falls down, and it spells cunty.
That's
kind of cute.
In braided arm hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. There it is.
Cunty.
Perfect.
Pandora Boxx. Pandora Boxx looks good. This is a cute. Okay. I would wear this. The cape is a lot.
No, hold on. Stop. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm skipping ahead because I watched the 2 episodes, but I am here for this queen so hard. She is funny. She is amazing. She looks great. She's calm, cool. I really like Pandora Boxx. She is cool. And I love this fabric. I would wear this in a heartbeat. I love purple. You know how I like purple. So this is amazing. The cape is a lot.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on.
All right.
I'll tell you this. I like Pandora Boxx, but that being said, when I tell you I forgot she was in episode 2 until she walked the runway, I said, oh my God, Pandora Boxx is here? I completely...
Oh, did they not put her a lot in the edit for the whole episode?
She is nowhere to be seen.
I have to rewatch it again.
Second episode. It was like, oh my God, that's right, Pandora. Holy shit, I forgot Pandora's here.
There's a lot of queens. How many are there? 12? 10, 12?
We got 4 more to go. All right. We got 5 more to go. All right. Scarlett Envy looks absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Scarlett, girl. And what I love about Scarlett is like, I remember she used to come to like Sugarland all the time and perform. This is like back in the day. She is still like that cool kind of like, fuck you, cool, like I smoke weed and I don't care and I'm gorgeous Brooklyn mentality. She is exactly the same person, polished, lovely. It's just she's so likable on the show. I'm like, I like you. She's so easy to take, isn't she? Anyway, I love her.
I don't know Scarlett personally like that. I mean, Scarlett used to do the show before mine at Boots and Saddle. I believe it was Scarlett and Portia Pink who did the show before mine at Boots and Saddle.
Oh my God.
And I mean, they were cool cats, but we didn't bond because I don't know if you ever worked at Boots and Saddle. The shows were literally right on top of each other.
Yeah, they asked me
one show ended,
It's kind of why I said no to it, because I had a lot going on, and they were like, yeah, we can fit you in right between Bob and Portia Pink. We have 7:15 to 8:15. Do you want it? Yes or no? And I'm like, this is a factory. It was too factory.
It was wild.
Too many shows. I was like, girl, no.
It wasn't sustainable. All right. Sorry. Serena Cha-Cha. I mean, this is good. Serena Cha-Cha is one of the girls that I'm shocked is back.
Really? You didn't think she deserved to be there after a music video where she's in that alley by the car?
You talking about her rendition of Money?
I like Checks and
Money
Checks
by Cardi B.
That never quite actually lined up with a beat ever, and she never stopped rapping. And I was like, oh.
It was called Drag Money.
Oh.
Listen, I recommend any of you look up Serena Cha-Cha's parody of Money. It's called Drag Money.
It's actually amazing.
It's high art. I can't tell if it's intentional. If it's intentional, it is high art.
No, it's not intentional. No.
Let's go into Eureka O'Hara, who's wearing an outfit from the Ruston, Louisiana episode of We're Here.
Oh, really?
This is from season 5.
Oh, yeah.
This is from season 1, episode 5 of We're Here. This outfit's made by Patrick Howell. I don't know everyone else's, but I know this one's made by Patrick Howell. She looks great.
She does. This is amazing, and I gotta say, she really, and she's a huge person, right? She carries herself
She's very large.
She wears a lot of drag, right? So physically, she is always like bound and like high and like decorated, and I'm like, that is a lot of physical energy. And she's always smiling, always laughing, and always fucking happy to be there. And I'm like, I'm just here for it. Yeah, she's like always in drag, you know? I love it.
Yeah, she wears a lot of drag. I mean, on top of her like padding and everything, like she's usually wearing about 30 pounds of drag on her body.
A
Like
lot.
it's she has bird cages on her hips, Russells on her shoulders, Marie Antoinette on her head.
Huge
Like there's
earrings and
yeah,
a million
she's a queen.
rings. She's a queen's queen. Oh, love it. All right.
So Kylie looks absolutely stunning. I love this look. I love this fetish wear. I love the hat. I love the shapes. I love this look.
So I got to tell you, I don't know if she's going to like this or not, but I don't care, Kylie. Okay, so put this in. So there was like 2 weeks before like they announced the crew. I was going the cast. I called Sonique because Sonique had worked a gig that I was going to. And I called her to just be like, okay, how big is the room? What's the stage like? You know, is the audience really close? What's happening with meet and greets? Is there like a, you know, and she answers my FaceTime and she had just gotten out of the shower and she was wearing like a towel and a head wrap. And she was just like, hey, Thorgy, like looking beautiful and gorgeous. And I was like, you're like amazing looking. Like, you're like so chill and cool. She told me all this information and she was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go like paint my toenails, so gotta go. And I'm like, I love you. And then I said, by the way, congratulations, because you know, through the grapevine, we always kind of find out earlier who's on the show.
Yeah.
And then they announced the cast, and I was like, have fun. And she goes, there's a lot of surprises up and coming, but I don't want to tell you. Yeah, I don't want to tell you too much. And I was like, I love you, Kylie. So I give it up for that queen. I love her so much. Okay.
Yeah, she looks so good here. She just looks. I love everything about this look. Everything. The gloves, the shoes, the hat, the hair. This look is great.
I mean, is this netting like worked into the outfit? Like, I was like, I like her red fishnets, but it's actually like a netting.
I think it's one piece.
Like a bodysuit.
One piece. Yeah, it's all one piece. I think
these designers can just fucking make it. Aren't they just amazing? And there's so many good designers that like
wild. And Trinity Cabonet. You know, I said on the pit stop about Trinity's look, I was like, but I'm actually liking it more than I like. The more I look at it, the more I like it. I do think for Trinity, this is very pedestrian. Like she typically does like bigger and more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember her on her season. Oh, this is when Trinity was on there. I don't really know. I've never worked with Trinity. And you know, she said it on the show. She goes, I'm not friends with anybody because I don't talk to anybody. And I was like, yeah. Well, then make friends.
Talk to somebody, bitch.
She's actually really kind of quirky and weird. She's like a weirdo, kind of, right?
Yeah, I like her a lot.
I'm like, you're kind of likable. You're funny, but she's like, I don't talk to anyone. I haven't since my season. I don't make friends. I'm like, well, then make some friends. But anyway, she's really cool. But I remember her when I fell in love with her was when she did that epic lip sync battle with her long, sheer black hair.
Oh yeah.
What was the song that they remember when she was riding on the cheese?
It was Let's Talk About Sex.
Oh, and she was throwing her hair.
Salt and pepper. It's here. Salt and pepper. Let's talk about sex.
Sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Anyway, so she threw it back and forth, and I said, "This girl knows how to like work that hair and work the floor." And I was like, "She's an amazing performer." So I was excited for her to be back, but I want to see more. I want to see more of her because I don't really know her that well.
It was either Let's Talk About Sex or it was Salt and Pepper's other song. What a Man, What a Man. I can't remember which one, but yes, I remember that. It was great.
Right after, I have to go watch it again. I love it so much.
Which look was your favorite?
Of all, wait, was that all the queens?
That was all 40.
40 of these queens. Let's see. Oh, I mean, Eureka's is like drag, isn't it? I still like Pandora's.
It is really high drag.
I really like that fabric, and it's just clean and lovely. But you're right, the cape is a lot. Which one would I wear?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Ginger.
Don't pick one. Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch! Shut the hell up. Not a chance in the hell you would wear that goddamn hideous thing. My favorite one is Silky. Silky just looks so. Like, it is so beautiful. It's so, everything about this look I love.
I like Pandora's, and I think I actually dislike Trinity's more than Ginger Minja's.
Not possible. How?
It's like the sock and the hat and like the weird length of the skirt with the fabrics. It's ho-hum to me. It doesn't match. Sorry, that's how I really feel. Yes.
But Ginger Minj is Coco Chanel.
Ginger Minj is couture, runway couture. conceptual.
But Ginger Midge is Jean-Paul Gaultier. Okay, go off, sis. No, that look is wild. Let's talk about the judges. I mean, this look that RuPaul's wearing, I love it so much. It makes her look she is 97 feet tall, but she looks even taller than that. This look is so good. I love this look.
Do you know what this look needed? Like
what?
A turkey feather. No.
She's
wearing bags and bags. I mean, I was like, just a little feather here would have been good. No, it's actually really cool. And love her like asymmetric, like big hair. Like,
right?
It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. And her makeup, it was like all pink on the side of the eye that bled into the wig. And I was like, this is good. This is good. It was good.
And I like Michelle's look. I mean, Carson and Ross look fine.
Yeah.
But Michelle's look is also very cute.
It's all about, for women, it's all about these high-waisted, belted, like palazzo pants right now.
Yeah, very much so.
That's what all these...
Now let's talk about these...
Anyway.
Let's talk about these talents real quick. Do we want to go through all of them, or do you want to tell me your favorite ones? We can't go through all of them. It'd be too long.
Okay, yeah.
Which ones were your favorites?
Well, I'm looking at all the photos, right? Just to remind me. Jan can sing her ass off. She's incredible in every way, right?
Right.
Oh my God. Pandora Boxx went out there. I think I was laughing from the moment she walked out to the moment she was like, and then like, what the fuck was coming out of her tits? I don't know. I was here for all of it.
Like silly string, maybe, I think?
I mean, I was like, good. It was on brand for her, being kooky and funny, but it was also stupid, and I kind of liked it. I don't know. I liked it a lot.
Work.
Okay.
But so I really okay, first of all, the fact that Jan's talent was not the top talent of the week is, I used to not believe in the whole, like, RuPaul's fucking with Jan. At this point, I believe this is a systematic attempt to break down Jan's psyche, to ruin her as a person, to make her quit drag. I'm like, did Jan block RuPaul on Grindr? What the fuck is going on?
Because that girl can sing like nobody I've heard of before.
How was she safe?
It's amazing.
How was she just safe?
Well, I mean, I played violin live, and I was just safe. So, but throwing your body on the floor was a winner. Chicken dinner, baby. Talented.
Who won it? Did Aja win?
I don't know. I was just making fun of Aja or whatever. But I just thought about it because it was actually gag worthy when she climbed up the stairs. I'm like, this is actually kind of cool.
Is she gonna jump from there? But Jan's talent was, in my opinion, one of the best talents that we've seen in a talent show. And the fact that she was she was in the middle, I was like, y'all, I don't know if this is an attempt to ruin her as a person or to make her quit drag, but I think it's working because bitch has got to be going crazy at this point.
But hands down, my favorite talent of the week is Raja.
Raja's.
For sewing.
Why was I thinking original Raja?
Yeah, for sewing one line and putting it on. Man, talk about talent. It was unbelievable. I was crying.
To be fair,
it was one line, and then she put it on. So it was already cut. It was wackadoo. Come on, baby girl.
But also, if you consider that Raja made that in 1 minute, and Jiggly had 12 hours to make what she made in the next episode.
The square.
I want you to think about this. Raja had 1 minute. Jiggly had 12.
All right, then you can consider it talented. You can consider it talented. Fine. But she put on a dress. That was her talent. I was like, okay, perfect. I was just a little like, okay, come on.
I also like the thing about Silky's talent. I was kind of like,
okay,
this isn't great piano playing. This isn't great singing.
Yeah.
So what is the talent? Like, the piano playing was fine and the singing was fine.
See, this is when I want to call you out because it's like, it really, can everyone do that? No. She could carry a tune. She could actually sing and play at the same time, which a lot of people cannot do. She looked up from the keys. She knew what she was doing. It actually impressed me as a musician. I was like, she can play a little tune,
thing.
I'm like, okay.
It's not great. Like, for example, I can sew. Yeah. I can sew. I can probably sew better than most people in the world.
Not better than Raja.
but, but but if I went somewhere, I would not make my talent sewing.
That's my
Like
problem.
I don't
was
think
like,
Silky's talent is piano. Like she can play piano. Is she was it a concerto?
yeah,
Did she hit
yeah.
me with some fucking Sebastian? I'm sure Olivia
I was waiting
Lux
to see
at
what
home.
composer you're gonna say.
Olivia Lux was at home being like, "This is some bullshit."
This is this is garbage. Yes, I agree. She played 3 chords in a row over and over. I get it. But it was
Right?
it just
And not only that, she had them haul an entire grand piano on stage. This is not a baby grand. This is a full ass, huge, grand piano that they had to rent. They had to have it is on stage. They had to build a ramp.
They paid a crew. They paid a crew to hoist it on this. And I'm like, I thought about that too. But
hoisting up a 500 to 1,000 pound piano, rolling it, someone probably fell, broke their back. Oh, the piano rolled down the stage. It was barricading through the halls, hit 3 people, and she got on stage and played 3 chords. Mama, this little light of mine. No, I'm blowing out your light. No.
Okay, all right. But then, okay, let's move on because we can talk about. But to go back to what you said, it's like if you have one talent to come back and show the world like this is the new me, I wouldn't be sewing a line and fabric. But Silky, did you know? I didn't know she could sing and play the piano, so that was impressive to me. Did she play Rachmaninoff? No. Should she have? I don't think she can.
Yeah, and if she would like, here's the thing: if I play piano, if someone got on stage and played a flawless 1-minute rendition of "Flight of the Bumblebees," I would be like, if they're like, but I would be like,
my favorite thing about all that is how many different songs you reference. I'm like, oh.
It was kind of a great composition that I just made.
I was recording it. I'm going to use it in my next. Okay, can we get to Serena Cha-Cha? Why were those wigs on the stage?
Okay, I think her talent was wigs, but you can't do a wig in a minute, so she made the talent
singing about wigs,
dancing. But then also at one point she's like slapping the wig and baby powder's coming out. But I'm like, why?
At the beginning, I was like, oh, these are going to be props. But then it made no sense because she never utilized them. They were just wigs on headstands in the back. And she was going, style it, tease it, spray it, do it. Wigs. And I was like, okay.
But also the thing is,
why are those wigs there?
Clearly you can ask them for anything. They flew in a grand piano. All right. From President Obama's inauguration. This is the piano that Aretha Franklin played at the inauguration.
You will not let this go about this piano. I love it.
Clearly, they'll bring in anything. So I'm like, why did?
Yeah.
I personally I actually really liked Raja's dress sewing thing because it was literally 1 minute. I did this sewing challenge on my page where I tried to sew a dress in 8 minutes, and I was stressed. I was like, oh my God, 8, I am stressed the fuck out. This is 8, I only have 8 minutes.
I know.
And it is technically 2 seams. She did it 1 seam at the top, and then a little break, and then another seam, and wore like this little
my favorite thing about while she was sewing it, she kept coming in. She goes, time check, thank you, 30. Like, that was cheeky to me, where I was like, she is confident and knows, like, I'm going to be fine, baby. And I was like, that's talent. The confidence was part of the talent for me. And I was like, this is kind of cool. But Bianca did that years ago, didn't she, for one of her shows? And it was like, you just YouTube Bianca sewing, and she already did that exact thing. It was like, do-do-do, and she put it on. So it felt a little like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I already saw this Bianca did.
Well,
so
when Michelle made that critique, I didn't like it. Michelle was like, was like, they'd be like, because Michelle was like, we've seen this before. They'd be like, if Jan got up and she's like, I've actually heard singing before. Ooh. I've actually heard someone sing before you, so you didn't invent singing, you dumb cunt. I've heard of singing. Yes! You're not slick. You didn't make up singing. I was like, Raja didn't say she made up sewing a dress on stage.
Yeah, no.
Michelle, she's doing it.
Boom.
That was a weird critique. I've actually heard someone sing, so shut the fuck up.
Well, when we get to episode 2, there was a couple of comments that she made as well, where I was like, okay, we have to talk about this now, but we'll get there.
Yeah, and we shall.
Yeah, some of these judges' comments, I'm like, maybe it's the Palazzo pants. There it is.
So, my last thing to say about talent, when it comes to Scarlett Envy, I thought the talent was great. I thought it was really good. I genuinely enjoyed it. I actually liked it a lot. But my question is, like, that would never be her talent. Like, she would never do that at any gig, anywhere. So, is this your talent?
So you're, I mean, your brain. Yes, I'm going in your brain thinking this is a good way to set up what you can do, so you can market that later. Like, you are a stand-up comedian. That Bob, anything that comes out of your mouth is funny. So you, and am I wrong? If you got back and it was like talent, you'd be like, give me a microphone, give me 60 seconds, I'll have everyone laughing. Well, and the very next thing,
I would probably do a funny song. I'd probably do a funny song, so use my humor. Yeah.
Yes, but you would record your voice. I just know you. You would say funny. You would get everyone laughing.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you set yourself up on television worldwide, being like, oh my God, we need to book like an 80-city tour of Bob the Drag Queen.
Yeah.
So are we doing an 80-city tour of Bubbles? No.
Yeah, and also I have a strong feeling that you learned Bubbles just for this. Like, you're not a bubble artist. You don't go around the world doing your.
Maybe
it's not the gazillion bubble show.
Maybe she wants to. I don't know. And also, her other season, she did like the pole dancing. Did she do that on her season?
That was Shea Coulee. Shea Coulee is another girl who did a talent. I was like, Shea, you're not a pole dancer. You're not going to go around the world pole dancing.
Well, but I'm thinking about the tour. We went on tour together. We did a Christmas tour, and Scarlett Envy she brought a pole with her and did pole dancing every single Christmas. And it was kind of fun. And I was like, cool. And she goes, yeah, girl, I just like learned it because it's like, that's how she is. She's like, I just wanted to like pole dance. And she probably went, I think I'll do like Bubbles or something. That's her. And I'm like, I kind of love that because I'm so much more like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And she's like, how about like Bubbles?
Yeah, Thorgy's very much like, I've been in my room recording little bits of violin for 9 days
for
straight.
6 months.
I'm freaking out.
Like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough.
And she's like, girl, Bubbles, girl.
So I kind of love her because she's kind of doing all of these different avenues of like, burlesque and cabaret, where she's like, I'm gonna pole dance a little bit, I'm gonna tell a little joke, like I'm gonna give a little striptease, I'm doing Bubbles, and I'm like, okay.
Do you agree? Do you agree that Yara Sofia deserved to
win? No. It was funny. It was really funny. But in a talent competition, what was her? All I remember is her boobs bouncing up and down. What was her? Did she do a song?
It was a song about having boobs, and then in the end, she said, "Next time, give the queen a fucking dollar," and then she punched the titty.
All right, I will remember watching it, and I was watching it live I do a viewing party here in Brooklyn every single week on Thursday, and everyone went ah, and we laughed like it got a riot. You know what I mean? Like they gave her a great edit. It was funny. And when she won, it was kind of like, good for you, because it didn't seem misplaced. But now that I'm thinking about it, now that we're sitting here talking about every single person's talent, she wore a breastplate.
And jiggled them around.
Yeah, what do you think? I don't know. Am I wrong? Am I crazy?
No, she shouldn't have won. I think Jan should have won. I mean, it was fine. But what she did, I think she should have been saved. And Jan should have won the challenge.
They don't like musicians on the show, so...
Apparently not. I mean,
don't sing, don't play violin, do any of it.
Don't play piano. Well, Silky, Silky's in the bottom too. Okay. And it is time for our first girl to go home to the pork chop loading dock. It is Serena Cha-Cha. She's the first girl out on All Stars, which seems, you and I have never been the first girl out, never.
Nope.
But it seems like it'd be a pretty tough gig to have.
Oh, but then when she leaves, though, and I'm like, yeah, I get to live with that and being like, wow, I'm like first. Also, I was second on All Stars 3, and it didn't feel right at all, and I'm not bitter about it.
You were second?
Yeah, I went home second. The second was the Divas Live. I did Stevie Nicks. Right? That was the second.
Fucking Stevie Nicks.
And then I went home, but it was cool. I was actually on 4 episodes because I came back for like the Sitting on a Secret, And then that final one, that was the first time they actually got to vote. And the audience was so mad. I loved all the drama involved with it. But the fans of the show, and even if people weren't fans of me, which a lot of people aren't, they're like, I find her annoying. And I'm like, I am annoying.
Same. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm annoying. But that Stevie Nicks episode was like, I look like Stevie. I did a good job. I didn't write the song. I didn't record the song. And I didn't choreograph the song. So what was I being judged on? And then I went home. So I was a little bitter, but it's just when I watch the show, I kind of see it from that avenue. And I did go home second. And that was actually upsetting to sit with. But when I got home and rewatched it, the fans went crazy. How dare you? Justice for Thorgy. And I sat back and I was like, da-da-da, da-da-da. Da-da-da. And I think Todrick made like a 14-minute video as like explaining it. I'm like, you're talking for 14 minutes about this. I haven't said a word. So I don't care. Anyway, would I go back?
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, at this point, they're giving girls 19 shots, so you'll probably be back.
They'll probably be like, do you want to come back? I'll be like, all right.
Right?
Sure.
Honestly, bring back Akasha from season 1. I would gag.
I'm still stuck on Layla. That was Layla and Dita Ritz. I used to work with Dita Ritz all the time.
My top 3 are Layla, Dita Ritz, Peppermint, and Victoria. I think that this is why I think Victoria Porkchop Parker needs another shot. No one knew what they were doing. No one had a fucking clue. Nowadays, girls have been, like, give the girl another shot. She's obviously a legend in the field. So my 4 are Layla, Dita Ritz, Peppermint, Porkchop. Bring back my girls.
Where is Porkchop based?
I think she's in the LA area, like somewhere between here, like in the valley or something. I might be wrong. I think she's somewhere in California though.
Let's go. I'm gonna come fly out and come see you, and we should film one of these maybe live during the season if I'm in LA soon.
I would. Are you coming to LA soon?
Yeah, I already have a whole trip planned, but it's not even work. I actually just want to go say hi to people and like hang out in LA and film a couple of things that I've been asked to film. Get it all done in 1 week, but let's make a schedule and do it live.
Oh shit!
Or not live, but like
face to face.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah. Okay.
That'd be great. All right. Let's go on to episode 2. Now we're doing 2 in 1. Episode 2 is.
Oh wait, this is important. So Serena gets eliminated, but then they're like, surprise! There's like another game within a game, and you're like, oh.
Yes, we're back in the house.
Which we still don't know what it's about. So.
Well, I think it's gonna be a voting off situation. Like, I think everyone's gonna get together and vote someone. I think they're gonna bring back voting, personally.
Well, I'm kind of proud that we were like the first season to do that on All Stars 3, and I remember the whole like production crew. They were like, "Oh shit! Like this is really dramatic," and I was like, "Oh!" And I was the only one who voted for Shangela. I could not believe that I was the only one who voted for Shangela. I'm like, she did the best, and fuck her. She eliminated me. Fuck you. But also, here's my vote because you did you did the best.
She must have upset the other girl because they were hot with Shanji girl.
She's a lot to work with. She's really intense, and you know this. She's a diva, but she's really professional, and she's really good at what she does.
Yeah,
you know.
I would say Shanji's a diva, but Shanji also, I will always have love for Shanji. Shangela calls my mom every Mother's Day. Do you hear what I just said? Shangela calls my mom every single Mother's Day.
Are you serious?
Mother. Yes, she calls. Martha called she calls her every single Mother's Day. Shangela once went to when my mom was doing a drag show in Atlanta. Shangela went and did my mom's drag show as a guest, and then my mom went to go pay her, and Shangela would not accept the money. Like, I will always have a very soft spot on her for Shangela.
And over the years, you know, watching her social media, she is really big on, you know, drag everything, but then she's really big on family. She posts a lot about like her nieces and nephews. She's always with her grandma. She's like family trip back to, what is it? Paris, Texas?
Paris, Texas, yeah.
She's always going back. And I'm like, how are you the Energizer Bunny? How do you have this much energy? I hate you.
Yeah.
She was just in a BMW commercial. I was like, okay, you need to go away.
Yeah, I saw Shangela.
You need to get at it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop stealing things from me. Can't you see me with my hair whipping in the wind driving BMW?
Yeah,
Girl, what
I
would you hire
gag.
me for? What am I supposed to? What is my big like cash cow gig? What does somebody go? Oh my god! You
Did,
know what campaign we need to do with Thorgy is this? Where
wait,
would I fit?
didn't you have a McDonald's gig a while back?
I did McDonald's and I did Poopery. And I actually reached out to them and it was a very cute gig. They treated me well and it was fitting for me because it was about poop. It's funny and it's like how to make this funny yet glamorous and something you need. And I'm like, I can do that bullshit. But like when Shangela's walking out in a gown and saying like, you know what I love? You know, when I get behind the wheel and I touch that 100% vegan leather steering wheel and I'm like, oh my god! Like, what? Call me. This would be great, but it's not for me. It's not a good pair.
I do think another McDonald's commercial is in the future. Like they need to do a full big budget McDonald's thing. Like
did you know this? Well, I did an Instagram ad with them, right? Like an Instagram paid partnership with them, and they treated me very, very well. And then the very next week, Shangela did a full length on TV McDonald's commercial with them. So yeah. Go look it up. And it came out like a week after I had to post about it. And I was like, oh, got it. So I was like the little garbage thing that you got. But she's like a lot better. Got it. I also, yeah, I think everyone has something against me. Also, my Instagram number has been the same for a year and a half. Hasn't changed once. Not one person. But every day it's like all these people like follow. I'm like, cool, but why isn't it reflecting in the number? And like every day you're like 2.5, 2.6 million. Not that I'm checking. I check every day.
I do not have 2.5.
But you know what I mean? Like all the girls are like, you know, it's like we work really hard and it's all about social media and people paying attention to what you do. No.
Well, how many followers do you have? Let me see.
734 for the last like 6 months. You check it tomorrow.
There's no way it's been the exact same.
I talk about it with close friends and I'm like, did you check? And now they check and they're like, wow, you like really haven't gone up or down in like ever. And I'm like, but every day I check and it's like follow. A new follower, follow. And I'm like, okay, but where are they though? It's very strange. And do you know who to contact at Instagram to be like, should I just call up Instagram and be like, hey, what do you have against me?
I bet Shangela knows who to call.
She probably was the one who said, push the button on Thorgy's page, though. Give me the McDonald's commercial. I hate her.
Let's go on episode. Wait,
she's a shady bitch.
Episode 2. Let's talk about these. Okay, so this is the. You know, they're doing this thing now where they do a ball at the beginning of the season, and you end up with like almost 40 looks on the runway.
I think they said 36.
We cannot go through. You know, we're gonna go through each person and just judge their whole thing as a group. But like, it. Okay, let's just start with this.
All the looks. Okay, good. Thank you for this. Perfect.
Yeah. So this is the blue ball. They have to make looks out of this. So there's 3 categories. The first category is blue collar. You have to be some sort of a blue collar worker.
This was kind of a weird thing. It was weird for me. But.
The second look, you have to be wearing blue jeans. And the third look, you have to make it out of just like some random blue stuff. There's just a bunch of blue stuff. You have to make a look out of all the blue stuff. So let's talk about what's going on in this episode. First of all, I do not like when people run at the table. Like when there's a table and everyone has to run for it, it gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
I hate it. And Eureka was kind of just like walking and I was like, you know what, that would have been me. Because I could not, I just hate bumping into people, running into stuff.
But you're also very confident and you're also a good seamstress. Like you are very good. So I think you know that and you're like, I don't need to fight. Like I'll use whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to hit anyone, or I see people shoving. I'm like, I don't want that in my life. I'm not interested in that.
Touch
that
me.
Energy. I mean, honestly. And also, so while they're getting ready and they're sewing, Jiggly Caliente is freaking out because she had 2 horrible experiences with sewing challenges in her last season of Drag Race.
Those wedge sneakers.
Yeah, the baked potato couture is iconic to this day. Iconic. And also, Raja went home on the farm to table queens, and I actually thought that Raja's look on that episode was good. It was weird to me. They were acting like she looked bad in that
Oh, the
burlap
pants, right?
pantsuit.
They were like pants.
Because she looked good. It was this
And
weird thing. They were like, it's shit. And I was like, it's not.
I remember watching this live and hosting this, like at like what, Metropolitan maybe? Anyway, and I watched it, and everyone was like, "Oh," and they're like, "We hate this, we hate this." And I said, "This girl sewed a pair of pants out of like
From
burlap sack
burlap.
or something," and I'm like, "But they fit well. They're good length. Like crotch is always hard. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, she made a pair of pants, and then like, it wasn't the
Yeah.
best look, but why did they hate it? I completely agree with you, completely."
It was very strange. And she looked so good. And I don't think she should have gone home that episode. But she was having a freak out. So let's go into these looks one by one. Let's start with RuPaul. First of all, RuPaul's wearing this, like, she's doing the tier dress again. It's the second tier dress in a row.
Yeah.
And this dress is fine. It looks good. I mean, it's cute. It's not like knocking my socks off, but she looks good.
I agree. The 3-tier is distracting, but I like all the colors. It's something about the geometric that ruins it for me, but she's gorgeous. She's RuPaul, baby.
Yeah, she looks great. She's fucking RuPaul. Yeah, she looks good. All right, let's go into Jan. Okay. The thing about Jan is it's so hard to find her point of view as like her style point of view, because it seems like her clothes are all just so different. Like there just doesn't seem to be a through line in her drag.
How about this?
Sense?
What's your through line? Like, what's a Bob? Like, that's Bob. Because I know something. I want to hear it from you first about you. Like, go.
Well, the way I dress is very matronly. I often look like someone's aunt. It's not super young drag. It's very
it's head bitch in charge.
Michelle Obama. Yeah, very HBIC in charge bitch. Like I'll wear pants, high waisted, a coat, a petty, like something like that.
I was gonna say suits. You wear suits a lot, and I'm like, yeah. You're like your suits. You like, yes. So we know a Bob right away, right?
Yeah,
Jan.
exactly. Or like a gown or something. But like, what is? I don't know what. Like these three looks. What's the three? Each one of them looks good. And also, I think her idea
different.
to like,
yeah,
her idea to be like, I want to do something that is reminiscent of my look from last time. Like, girl, no one remembers that look from last time but you. No one's asking for a reprise performance of that look. No one wants a nod. No one wants a throwback. Just do something new.
With that said, I did like the tires, and I did like her comment when you came back and she goes, "I'm serving you looks, and I'm tired." And I went, "Okay, Jan, blah, blah, blah."
She does look good. Each of these looks individually is good, but like if I saw each of these pictures, except if I saw the second or the third look, I genuinely don't think I would even know it was her. I'd be like, who the fuck is that?
That's the point. It's like, who is that? Yeah. The denim look with the stars, it was, I want to see it up close. I want to get into that patchwork, because that was a lot of work, whoever did that. When she turned around, this is what a lot of the girls, I was going to say, it's like crotch, like tuck for me is always like good. When I'm going to wear like a leotard or a pair of pants, there can't be lumps, bumps. I'm very specific on like, my crotch needs to look like it doesn't exist. And with the denim challenge, all the girls that wore denim or jeans or things that hugged their crotch, it was either dumpy butt or like too much. And when she turned around in this, I was like, it was dumpy butt. Am I wrong?
Yeah, like a little pamper. Like you mean like a little pamper.
Like she looked like a diaper butt. And maybe she took a shit in her pants. Maybe she was shit in her pants, and good for her. You're on the runway for 12 hours sometimes. Maybe she's like, I can't hold it. I'm just going to go. Kind of like the time when you were giving the roast and you shit your pants and it went over the stage.
I did not shit.
Yes! You took a 4-hour diarrhea dump, and it was all across the stage. I saw it. You left a trail like a snail. I knew it was you. I always knew you
are ridiculous. Move on to Raja. Raja's first look, I like. The first look is fine. It doesn't look fashion. It just looks like an actual construction worker look. That being said, this second and third look, this denim look is so fucking good. And the look that she made there, bitch.
You would wear, what do they call it? This is what you dress like when you're a pimp or something. I was like, Bob would wear this with the hat and the attitude. So she had the right attitude. I was like, ooh, that was good.
Yes.
And to make that, it was very fashion forward, wasn't it? just like the lines.
Right?
It was not over decorated. It was just like, here is a very sculptural mini dress in one fabric out of like, what was it made out of?
I think she said it was a quilt or
I like
or
that it was really
it was
simple because it was about the cut. It was like backless. I loved it a lot. I loved it a lot. Yeah.
and the haircut was so good.
Yes.
In my opinion, she deserved to win. This look was so fucking good.
Yeah, she looked good. Good for her.
Okay, Eureka O'Hara. I love Eureka's first and third look. The denim look was whatever. This dress. Okay, let's go one by one. The first look,
Yeah.
I love her crossing guard look. This is how you take a thing and we can tell that you're still a crossing guard, but also it's still camp and it's still a drag.
Yes. The two details, and it's not stop, it's stop on the thing.
Stop, yeah.
And that when she turned around and that kid that she sat on was like incredible.
Yes.
I was like, ugh.
Good.
It was good.
I don't get the denim look. She kept acting like she was a superhero, and I was like, I don't understand what superheroes wear denim, but sure.
Also, it paled in comparison because it was so dark. It looked like really, really, really dark denim with no treatment. There was no like fading or different gradients of the denim. It was just dark, so you couldn't even really tell it was denim. But you know,
exactly. And the last look is this dress is short. Like, I don't know if she ran out of fabric or it was a tablecloth.
It was like tablecloth. At her belly button was the petticoat skirt, and I was like, oh,
girl.
But her body looked right. She is like large and in charge. She's incredible. I was like, girl. And she wore that like little teeny thong panty upper crack. And I was like, okay, girl, you better do that.
She did look good. All right, let's go. Let's go on to Kylie. All right, so Kylie's first look, I didn't know she was a construction. Everyone kept being like, yeah, she's a construction worker. I didn't know that.
I think Kylie brought two denim looks and went, oh shit, and wore that one and tried to pass it off as something else. Yep.
And it was like,
they were like,
somebody
in here,
give me a hammer.
Blue collar, exactly. Blue collar, like worker. And I was like, doing what? Working at a denim factory? Like, what do you do?
Yeah. Like she had a hammer, but it was so weird because they acted
somebody
like
give me a hammer.
They said to someone else, they were like, I didn't know you were like, I had until she said construction worker and she was holding a hammer. I had no clue that this was. I mean,
I think she brought two denim looks.
They wear jeans, but they also wear safety jackets. They also wear helmets. They all, I don't know.
It wasn't there. It wasn't there.
Her denim look though was everything.
Amazing.
Like this fucking low Christina is so good, and the look that she made was also really good.
Yes. Yes, all together. I loved all of them. I really did love all the looks, but fitting that first theme, no, it was a miss. Right? Yeah.
I agree. So what do you think? I'll let you start off with Scarlett.
Scarlett. I don't know that I loved the like razor blade thing. Like I didn't love it. But she looked good.
Me either.
I don't know that I loved it. I was like, okay. It was just a little chunky. It was like the outfit was wearing her, I think. That's what it was.
Yeah, and also like, okay, you're a blue collar worker, not the tool of a blue collar worker. Like you're a saw.
You are getting like so specific. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, this is All Stars, Mary. I mean, like you're a saw. Like the category wasn't tools.
It was like, a worker.
Why are you a saw?
Yeah. She walked out and I thought she was like the cow. I thought she was like, is that like tree bar? So she's a tree. I get it. All right.
Yeah, I think she's a tree being cut up. Circular saws.
I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't care. I love you, Scarlett. It just wasn't. The outfit is wearing her and she was walking kind of like this outfit I'm wearing because the theme. Not like,
right?
I'm being this I don't know. It was like, she didn't sell it to me as the model. There, I'll say it.
And the second look I didn't love, and the third look I think looks good, but this is just fabric. There is nothing unconventional about the material she used.
So this is a question for you.
It's just fabric.
And I thought this too. When she came out, I was like, beautiful blue sequin mermaid fishtail gown. Now, if you know you can make that, which she can and she did, and it was so polished, it's like, don't you want it to look like a little bit like, oh, it's not just blue fabric. It's actually made out of like cut up, tires or something. Sorry.
Anything.
So you want it to look a little unconventional, and you're right. It was a blue sequin fishtail gown. It was beautiful and made well, and she looked gorgeous. But I was like, oh, this could have been any one of your other looks. So
yeah, that was my issue. It didn't look unconventional at all because it wasn't unconventional. It was literally just a fabric dress.
She should have took one of the saws from her first outfit and made it like a brooch. like put it into her outfit and bled down. I don't know. Whatever. I love it so much.
Let's go into Yara Sofia, who is wearing she's like a construction worker as well with like big strong arms.
Absolutely no sense. No sense. Nonsensical.
But I will say this: it is clear to me that she's a construction worker with the gloves, the vest, and the jet. Like, but then the judges were like, "I couldn't tell you were a construction worker, but you could tell Kylie was a construction worker because she had a." Like,
you better call out everything. I love it. Yes.
Like, make it make sense. Her denim look is so like I don't understand what's going on with her body. It looks so.
And by the way, it has always looked like this. She really, and in person, I have worked with, and I'm like, your body really looks so teeny tiny, right in the middle, and like chiseled. And it goes all the way down to like her crotch. And then she has this amazing ass. It's like, ew, I hate you.
Really great. And then her third look, I actually didn't hate her. Like, I didn't hate this third look. No. I thought she looked, I would have made her safe and not put it in the bottom.
Yeah, this was not a bottom threesome look for her. It wasn't a bottom. No. Yeah, that was a little crazy. But
so Pandora Boxx comes out and she does a reveal from like a standard waitress dress to like one with sequins. And I wasn't crazy for that. Like,
first of all, when she walked out in the first outfit, I was like, is she wearing a football, like, what do you call it? You know what I'm talking about. Pad? Like the football like chest protection. The whole time I was like,
they're called shoulder pads.
Really? Is that what they actually call it? Shoulder pads?
Yeah, it's a big shoulder pad that goes down across the front. Yeah,
perfect. But I was like, she's wearing football shoulder pads underneath this dress the whole time. And then she took it off, and I was like, oh, okay. But I kind of then wanted her to be wearing the football shoulder pads.
Yeah. I mean, the look was fine. I actually enjoyed her bell-bottom denim look. It was kind of cute.
Yeah, me too. I kind of like it, yes.
And how about you thought the look she made?
I mean, I think I didn't care for it, but I saw what she did. And it was just ugly. And then it was like this, like she took squares of fabric and then kind of put it onto the skirt that hung to be like panels. It looked, I don't know. I didn't care for it. I wouldn't wear it. And I hate her. No.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Okay, I forgot. What is Silky's first look? What was she again?
Oh my God, that red thing, right? But then milk. She was carrying milk. She was like the milkman.
Oh, she was a milk person. Yeah. Okay, so don't milkmen wear white?
She was a milk person. I love it.
Don't milkmen usually wear white?
Yes, that's why I'm like, there was no milk anything. She probably found that milk backstage and went, I think I can pass this off as a milk something. Her and Kylie got together and like figured it out backstage. And they were like,
"Girl, we gotta figure this out, girl. We gotta figure it out, girl. We don't know what the fuck's going on."
I didn't bring a worker outfit.
Yeah, I was like, you don't seem to be delivering milk. Like you're wearing like a Russian like military hat. Like, bitch, milk where? Like what maybe in Mississippi where she's from, that's how the milk is.
The only thing milk about it was the milk.
Yeah, the actual milk.
So I'm a milk person. It's like, no, you know. Stop it.
That was like when Kylie had a look and was like, but I'm holding a hammer.
Exactly. So they got together and they were like, you wear the milk, I'll do the hammer.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Silky would come out with a hammer. Also, they could have traded props and been the same effect.
Yeah. Yeah, just trade, and it literally still works.
I'm a construction worker. Oh, okay.
I mean, her denim
Oh.
look is fine. It looks like a pretty simple denim leotard.
And
The
she did the
fringe is kind of cute.
country theme, right? With the fringe and that cowboy
Yeah,
hat, the stirrups. I was
yeah.
like, okay, all
I
right.
did like her look that she made there out of that quilt or that sleeping bag. I just
Close
don't know why
enough.
the fuck she had that big. Why was she carrying that thing? Why was she carrying
Oh, it was like, here's my box of shit, and then I'm gonna leave it at the
that?
front.
Yeah, like why did you? Was she like? I'm also a delivery. I'm also a box delivery person. I'm carrying the
The
thing.
whole time I was
I
like, what
now.
is that? And what is that? The whole time I'm like, what's
And then
inside the box?
she just put it down. What's in the box? What's in the
Yeah,
box?
and when she got to front, she was like, mm.
But the look was good. But like, girl, leave that fucking box at home next time. Like, what? Why is she there?
she there was a hammer and milk inside of it, and she was gonna take it out.
Okay, let's talk about Ginger Minge's looks. Um,
Actually, I kind of like the plumber and the little butt crack in the bottom, the back. I liked it. Do you not like it? I'm like trying to read your face right now. You didn't care for it?
it is. I don't hate it, but I just
Um,
don't like love it. Like it's just kind of like Ginger is just in like some overalls, like with a little butt crack gag. I don't hate this, but it's like it's fine. Like it didn't make me laugh.
okay.
Like I'm like, oh yeah, okay,
Yeah,
work.
it didn't
And
blow me away, but I was like, got it. I also really just like Ginger. So when she walks out, I'm like, I
yeah,
love you. Like, I love your crack. Oh, ha, ha, Ginger. So I have to kind of see past that. I hate her. Do I like the look? Still, I still like it. It's so funny. I don't know.
is her second wig? Is that the wig she walked into the workroom in?
Ooh, you better clock her wigs.
Like, let me go back and look. Are we? No, it looks similar, but I don't think it's the same one. But it's very similar.
All right, Ginger has a lot of wigs, though. I mean, right?
Yeah,
She
yeah,
doesn't
and
need to be repeating. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
that girl has a different wig for every gig. I've seen. I'm like, girl, your wig, you so many wigs. I don't know. The denim look was okay.
It was fine. It was literally perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like perfectly fine. Nothing special. And her blue look is also perfectly fine. Like
Yes.
it's fine.
It
You
was
know?
it was very weird seeing her with blue hair, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and also like a little like bang and ponytails. Like
It was totally. I was like, whoa, this is like not you at all. Like as the Ginger,
right.
but yeah, it was just weird. It was
All right,
like, ooh, so different.
so let's chat about a Curious Davenport. Okay, so here's the thing. So the welding look was whatever. I want to skip to this middle look. The judges were acting like this look wasn't good, and I could have jumped through my TV screen and beat each and every one of them up because this look is fucking phenomenal.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what it is. Oh,
You don't have to remember. We have a screen. We have a thing for you.
no, I have. I just can't. I'm like literally like I don't remember this. And it was where her
She
hand
had
was
like
stuck in the thing.
no, not that one. The denim look. The denim look in the middle, where she had the bantu knots and the braids.
Yes,
And the
loved
jeans,
loved her hair. Were they all stoned like her whole legs and stuff?
no, that was her skin out. Like you could see her skin through it.
Okay, this is amazing.
Like her,
This is like amazing. Okay.
and the judges acted like it wasn't, and I was like,
We should kill them.
you know what? I'm not saying no. And her third look was, I think her look that she made out of the blue material was like pretty good. I wasn't crazy about it, but I'm glad.
I like that
looked
it was
like
cups, but it's that shape.
Yeah.
It's like when I actually do suck into a corset, I want to be smaller. And it's like
Yeah.
this when girls wear corsets that are really thick, but they're not doing anything to do a shape. Do you get what I'm saying? It makes you
Well, it's because
look
you have a custom corset. You have a custom corset that's made for you, yeah?
sure, but this isn't even pulled. Like, what is it doing? You know, when you look at somebody, it makes her look heavier, boxier, and like less feminine, if you will. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but she's also covered in iridescent cups. I thought this look was fine.
You're right.
Yeah, the look was like fine. It did not blow me away, but I was like, yeah, sure.
Also, every time I think about her, I just remember her when it was her. Who was at her season? It was her. Whatever they were like cops. Remember when they were the cops out in the street And she kept slapping her ass and saying, slap it like a wow. Slap it. And I was like, why have we not hung out before? She made me laugh. So every time she makes me laugh, no matter when she's on screen, because I see her slapping her motherfucking ass. Slap my mother. I'm like, what was she saying? She kept saying, you gonna smack it today. You gonna smack it today. Gonna smack it today. I love her very much. Okay. She has to bring that back.
So let's go to Jiggly Caliente as a sanitation worker, very New York City. I actually like this sanitation vest as a gown.
That's what I'm saying.
What she has I don't like what she has underneath it so much, though.
Yeah, but that's when it's like, oh, okay, she's got like the neon orange and neon yellowish green, right, with the silver. And I'm like, the whole thing is right, and I like that she like made it into a gown because I was like, all right, cool. Now it's like drag. Now it's a female version of what was on her head. I don't really know.
The lid to the trash can.
Okay. Then she should have just dressed like Oscar the Grouch or something. I don't know. Whatever. The second one, I was like, it was very pedestrian, but the pants were cool.
Very that.
You know.
Yeah. It was a very pedestrian look. I mean, the hair was the most complicated thing about the look. And I'm so mad that she wasted space in her luggage for this goddamn skateboard.
I love that you think that way. It's like, that was the prop, though, that took up, like, pounds that you get for
like
every suitcase.
So much of your suitcase is because of that goddamn skateboard. Like, girl,
Also, the skateboard was the most interesting part of the look. So, can you imagine without it? Who would this person be? Yeah. It's literally a white T-shirt tucked into a pair of pants. It's not,
and it's a palazzo pant. It's a palazzo pant, like you said. They're back.
No. But the palazzo pant now that is like cut like at the like ankle.
Oh, got it.
Like that's like the new look that I'm like. I see it everywhere in Brooklyn. I'm like, the girls are wearing the palazzos, baby.
So now, but okay, let's talk about her look that she made there. Mama, this is a sack. Like, she's in a sack.
Well, by the way, since I gained like 25 pounds over a year of sitting at my house, this has been my new go-to. I just sit at the sewing machine and I make all of these like sack dresses while I'm doing sit-ups on other days to like lose the weight. So when she wore this, I was like, I would like wear that. I actually would wear that. But then she put all these like weird ribbons hanging off of it. I'm like, see, now you're actually reverting back to that apocalyptic challenge where she wore everything.
The baked potato couture.
Baked potato couture. And I'm like, you don't need any of this crap. You don't need to start sticking things on. I almost wanted it to be like almost Halston. Like, right, the asymmetric one shoulder. I was like, you actually look really gorgeous, but I didn't mind the simplicity with just like the jeweled lining. And then she stuck all this extra stuff on her. I think they hated it more than they should have. I didn't hate it as much.
I didn't hate it like as like a whole thing, but when I look at you have to look at everyone else's work with hers. And in my opinion, the only thing that I've seen so far that might be worse than this is probably Pandora Boxx.
Oh my God, work. I love it. Yes, I agree.
So and then we go on to Trinity K. Bonnet. Okay, so her first look is like not khakis. Not khakis. Don't know. Don't come out here in khakis. Don't. Not khakis. She's literally just wearing a crossing guards uniform. Like, not drag at all.
Like, it is middle of the day, I'm actually going to walk kids across the block, and I wore these pants because they're comfortable and they breathe during the day. And I was like, okay, they're just like pants, like men's pants.
It's just a vest and like this is literally just a crossing guards outfit.
Yes, straight up.
Straight up. No.
So I was like, nope. The next one, I felt like it was like over designed. There was too much going on. That's what I felt. Like the 70s.
I guess maybe, it's just a pair of pants with a vest and a shirt.
A pair of palazzo pants.
Oh my God.
It is though. Yeah,
it looks fine, and her third look is very impressive. Again, I want to point out the reason why I'm so gagged at Raja because like I mean, well, actually, no. That back to Jiggly. The fact that Jiggly had 12 hours to make that, and then Raja made the other one in a minute.
True.
This look though is really stunning. Like she made a bodice, she made a skirt, a petticoat,
And
some
it
sort of a
sucks her in,
shawl.
right? And blows it out. And I was like, and then the whole theme was like, oh, I left my shoe. I'm Cinderella. I'm like, very
Yeah,
good.
it was very cute. Yeah.
Very good.
What did you think about the way that Yara and Sophia? Because Yara ended up in the bottom, which I didn't agree with actually. I think the bottom two should have been Pandora Boxx and Jiggly.
Really? Oh, you really didn't care for Pandora this week?
Well, I just didn't think that like
Yeah.
her dress was good. I didn't like the waitress outfit. The only thing I just wasn't mad at the denim look, but like I would not have given Pandora Boxx. You thought she was better than Yara Sophia?
I actually think
really think
now
about
that
it.
you make me think about it, exactly, I think Yara, Sophia, and Pandora Boxx maybe should have been the bottom two.
Work, and you would take Jiggly out. Work, okay.
I would keep Jiggly. I didn't
Work.
Although that skateboard was really not good.
Right?
I don't know. All three of them go home.
So here's the skinny. When I look at when Yara Sophia was like, I have too much dignity to beg for my life. But
It's
also
the
a
name.
week ago,
Yeah.
but also 1 week ago, she was ready to vote Trinity out, and she admitted that it was because Trinity was more competition than Serena Cha-Cha. She was the only person left in the room who actually voted for Trinity, and everyone else voted for Serena Cha-Cha. So she showed them that she is playing by at least at this point a different set of rules.
Unfair, but not really. Just her own set. You're right. Her own set of rules.
Yeah, it's
and
not
just
unfair, but she's like, I mean, everyone can vote how they want to vote. Those are the rules. You can vote because you don't like someone's nail polish color.
Yeah.
You cannot vote someone because they fucked your man last summer.
Yes.
You cannot vote someone. There can be any fucking reason. But it is very clear that obviously her criteria is not the same as everyone else's, because she was the only person who was left in the room that voted for Trinity. And she had to show it to everyone's face.
Yes, and that's what I'm kind of like, oh, I'm here for this season, for all the drama, because I like that Yara was like, I don't give a shit. You know who I voted for? You, Trinity. And here's why.
But
and I'm like,
now she does give a shit but now she gives a shit because she's on the other side, and she's like, well, I'm big competition, and they're going to want to get rid of me. Well, you are big competition, and now they are going to get rid of you. So now
because you did it to somebody else, and yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you kind of have to be smart.
Like, I have too much dignity, and I was like, girl, is now the time for dignity? I mean, it worked.
But then she went back and she started crying with the other girls, and I kind of liked seeing that side of Yara because it really was very human. Also, I don't remember. I don't know how many times you rewatch all your winning seasons of season 8. You probably sit at home, watch it every night, don't you? No, I only watched my season one time and All Stars one time. But on the episode, I actually did go home when I was wearing that stupid green and black like space hat thing that I made. I really broke down with the girls also. This was
gross.
Was it? Did they get that on camera? Was I like crying? Because I was
they just got you saying, "Oh, Jesus, gross." I don't remember they got you crying though.
No, not when I was in front of everyone. It was when we were doing like the bottom two had to talk to Shangela and convince me and Kennedy had to convince Shangela. I went back to the group and I was crying. Like I got really upset. And when I saw Yara upset as well, I was like, all right, this was me, because you get really nervous and you try so hard, and now it's All Stars, right? You spent more money, you gave up more, and it means more because expectations are really, really high of you. And then I went there and I'm like, I loved my Stevie, and like, I love this look. So why am I being judged like this? It kind of hurt my feelings. And then I broke down and cried because I'm a human being. I liked seeing that from Yara, because she's she's so strong-minded and she's so like funny and kooky and weird, and then she starts crying and I was like, okay, this is when you're vulnerable and I like you more. It's more of a human. You know what I mean? She's coming together for me as a full. Anyway, I really like Yara, like a lot. Yeah.
Well, we saw her from Yara, Sophia, and Jiggly. They both were gonna cry. By the way, I've heard this thing that New Yorkers say human instead of human. I
don't pronounce the huh. I make fun of it when people go, oh, human? And I'm like, yeah, human. And they're like, you mean you mean human? I don't say
you say human.
Yes. What are you talking about?
And what you also say? Do you say you? Do you say huge?
Huge.
Like if
Am I?
something's big, what do you say?
It's huge.
Yeah, you're saying huge, and I say huge.
That's what I'm saying. So I make fun of people like you by going, "Oh my God, it's so huge."
It's huge. New Yorkers say huge and human.
Yes.
We're all human. We're all human beings.
You know what? New Yorkers need to just cut the time in half. It takes so much more effort to go before every word. It's like human. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my God, that's so humanly huge. It's like, ew, why are we talking like this? Just
You're
get it over with.
Anyway, so they reveal so Raja O'Hara wins the challenge. They reveal that the lip sync assassin this week is Brooklyn Heights, who is a great lip syncer. Like, she's bananas.
She can move too. You watch her dance her, like, and she's really beautiful. I'm like, ew, I hate you. I love you. Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty phenomenal. Who do you think won that lip sync?
They both did a good job, actually. I kind of liked it. If I had to pick a winner, it would have been Raja.
Same. I thought that Raja, I don't think Brooklyn did a bad job, but Raja, I think she just bodied it. She did a really fucking good job. Also, it doesn't matter because they both picked Jiggly. The council picked Jiggly and Raja picked Jiggly.
Well, you know, see, this is the thing, is I really do, and I think this is a big old editing flaw because I call it out. If two of the girls pick different ones and they want a girl to stay, that's who's going to win the lip sync. Maybe. But you see what I'm saying?
Well,
so the fact that they both picked the same person, they're like, oh, why don't we have you both win? I'm like, of course. So.
But also, I really want the gag one day of them picking the same, like both win and then like two girls go home. That's the gag I want in my gag.
Wait, so then Jiggly leaves, and then it's like, dun dun dun. Surprise, you're going to stay. It's a game within a game. And she was like, what? So, and we still don't find out what this is all about. So maybe it's going to be episode 3 that we finally get to see what the game within a game is.
I have a theory that they're going to bring, and I don't know, just so everyone knows, I have a theory that they're going to bring all the girls back halfway through, and someone's going to take the place of a girl who's in the competition. I believe one girl's going to get to come back, and one girl's going to have to be sacrificed.
Like maybe like all the existing contestants get to pick who to go home and who to come back.
Or maybe like they're going to come back, and there's going to be like some sort of a like one girl is leaving and one girl's coming back, and we have to like compete back and forth kind of thing, something like that maybe. Who knows?
Or maybe. Love it.
So, listen, y'all, to everyone watching at home, we did 2 episodes in one because they released 2 at the same time. And Thorgy and I will be here this entire season doing first impressions. The madness that shall ensue is your fault. You all shouldn't have said that you love Thorgy doing this so much. And also, listen, y'all, let's not end first impressions with Thorgy having 734,000 people. I know we can do it.
But it doesn't matter. I get followers all day long. It just doesn't count. They don't register. I'm like, something's wrong.
We're gonna figure it out. We are gonna figure this out, Thorgy.
I'm a lot cooler. I'm a lot cooler than that. I'm sorry. I'm a lot cooler than that, baby.
Thorgy is a huge human, but she does not have to subject herself to this kind of behavior from you.
God, that took a long time for you to say.
I said it your way. I said huge human. That sounds weird. Who taught huge?
Huge human.
You know how quick? Bernie Sanders talks like that. Bernie Sanders like, we have a huge problem in the United States of America when 82% of the wealth is going to 1% of the population.
So that bothers you, but really I'm like, wow, that really does sound huge.
All right,
and you're sitting there like,
everybody.
Why did he say it like that? Oh my God, we can go on tangents for hours, can't we? Okay.
Cut the tape.
I love you so much. Thanks for having me.
I love you too.